Let's review the main points of the kata, beginning with the etiquette. To show respect for each other, Tori and Uke perform a standing bow, bending forward from the waist while sliding their fingertips down to their knees. To perform the seated bow, kneel left foot first, toes on the floor, then right foot, and sit on your heels. Slide both hands down your thighs and place them on the floor, about 6 centimeters apart, fingers pointing in. Let's look at the standing bow again. The upper body should be at an angle of about 30 degrees. When sitting in seiza, the big toes should overlap. When performing the seated bow, the forehead should come to about 30 centimeters above the hands. Make sure not to raise your hips. Place the toes of your feet on the floor and stand, starting with the right foot. Uki-otoshi. Starting from a position about 60 centimeters apart, Tori and Uke move in tsugi-ashi, or the shuffle step. Tori takes a second large step backwards to break Uke's balance. He immediately steps back again and pulls down strongly to throw Uke. When pulling down, Tori should place the toes of his left foot on the floor and fix his gaze ahead. Note the position and angle of Tori's feet upon completing the throw. The angle should be about 30 to 45 degrees. The main point of uki-otoshi is to pull Uke down on the third step. Seoi nage. Uke attempts to strike Tori's tento with his fist. Tori deflects the blow and seizes Uke's arm to throw him forward, using his shoulder for leverage. Uke raises his right fist overhead and attempts to strike Tori's tento with the uzumaki, or base of the fist. Tento refers to the upper forehead. After deflecting Uke's strike, by seizing the back of Uke's upper arm and breaking his balance, Tori lifts Uke on his shoulder and presses his back firmly against Uke to execute the throw, using his shoulder for leverage. When executing the throw, both knees should be straight. In this poor example, Tori uses his arm rather than his shoulder to control Uke's arm. Here incorrectly, Tori lunges forward and turns to throw Uke without breaking his balance. In this correct example, Tori deflects Uke's blow by seizing his upper arm to break his balance. He then uses his own shoulder for leverage to throw Uke. Kataguruma. On the second step, Tori switches his grip to Uke's right inner sleeve. He then takes a big step back to break Uke's balance, bringing his left foot near his right foot, and lowers his hips to lift Uke up and throw him diagonally forward. When lifting Uke, Tori should lower his hips and press the back of his neck against Uke's hips. If the position of Tori's neck is too high, it will be difficult to lift Uke. Tori should not grasp Uke's pants when lifting him. He should merely press his palm against Uke's leg. When lifted, Uke should straighten his knees so that his entire body is straight. He supports himself by pressing the palm of his hand against Tori's back. Uki-goshi. Uke steps forward and attempts to strike Tori's tento. Before the blow connects, Tori pulls Uke's hips towards him and twists his body to execute the throw. While deflecting Uke's blow, Tori should simultaneously lower his left shoulder and bend at the waist to grasp Uke's waist from behind, sliding his left hand along Uke's belt. Here Tori's hand is too high. And here Tori has lifted Uke onto his hips, making it an ogoshi. Tori draws Uke's hips against his body and twists his hips to execute the throw. This rare footage shows the founder of Judo, Master Jigoro Kano, teaching students ukigoshi, a technique he was particularly fond of. He explains the difference between ukigoshi and tsurigoshi, emphasizing the importance of twisting the hips to execute the throw. Harai goshi. After taking 2 steps, Tori breaks Uke's balance diagonally to the front and presses his hips firmly against Uke's abdomen, sweeping up with his leg to execute the throw. Tori removes his hand from Uke's front collar and slips it underneath his arm and behind his back to pull and break his balance. When sweeping Uke's leg, Tori must keep his leg straight, not bent like here. Tori sweeps his leg up against Uke's leg. Tsurikomi goshi. Tori grabs the back of Uke's collar and steps back in tsugiashi, pulling Uke forward to break his balance. After taking the 3rd step, Tori presses the back of his hips firmly against Uke's thighs and lowers his hips to execute the throw. Tsurikomi goshi is the only technique in nage no kata in which Tori grabs the back of Uke's collar. The key to this throw lies in Tori's feet.